All right, welcome to Yin, short and sweet. We're gonna get started on our backs. So let's go ahead and recline back and grab the shins, pull your knees into the belly. We'll start off by giving the lower back just a little gentle rock side to side. Massage into the tenderness of that lower back, should feel nice. Then we'll place the right ankle on top of the left knee, left thigh, setting up for reclining pigeon. Slip your right arm down through the legs. And then you can grab your left hamstring, your left shin, or option to bring your left foot all the way down onto the floor or even a yoga block. And perhaps take a softer variation of reclining pigeon. And in this 30-minute Yin short sweet class, we'll be holding these poses for about 2 minutes. So definitely a little bit on the shorter side. But I wanted you guys to have this bonus practice just because I know that sometimes life can get really, really busy. And 30 minutes of Yin is better than 0 minutes of Yin. So even though it's shorter, it can still be very, very, very powerful, especially if you allow yourself right now to just drop deep into presence and to really just let go of the busyness of the day and make the most out of these 30 minutes that we have together. We'll give that one last little gentle squeeze. Keep the legs as is, but unthread your right arm and extend your right arm out to the right. Wrap your right leg over top your left leg. Shift the hips slightly over to the right, but allow your knees to twist over to the left so you end up in a wrap leg spinal twist. And I like to take the left hand and rest it somewhere on that outer right knee, right thigh. That feels right for you. For me, it just helps to really facilitate that twist. As always, if you ever notice the mind drifting away, start planning for something that you have to do later today or this week. See if you can just let that planning mind just be set off to the side. So that when you're practicing yoga, you focus on your yoga. And then when you need to plan out your day, then you focus on that. Neuroscience shows that our brain functions best when it focuses on one task at a time. So this is really the opposite of multitasking. Very often, multitasking is the very thing that creates a lot of stress. The very thing that we're here to dissolve away. So just allow yourself to be with the simplicity of your breath, of the sensation. And as the great Bruce Lee says, it's not the daily increase, but it's the daily decrease. Hack away at the inessentials. So we clear away the clutter. We let go of the things that don't matter. And over again, we come back to that gentle rhythm of the breath. Breath that's happening right here, right now. Just bring the knees all the way back up to neutral. Unwrap the legs. Grab the shins. Draw your knees and thighs back in. And then we'll set the left ankle on top of the right knee, right thigh. Slip your left arm down through your legs. Grab the hamstring, the shin, or take that softer yin version with the right foot on the ground. A gentle flex in your left foot. And that outer left hip gently pressing forward. Allowing the head of your femur bone to rotate into that hip socket and to allow all the fascia that wraps around the bone, all the connective tissue that attaches deep into that internal joint, to just get a nice, slow, sustained, compassionate touch. One last little squeeze. Uncross your left leg. And then wrap it right over top that right leg, snug. Reach your left arm out to the left, shift the hips a little to the left as well. And then just allow your knees to twist all the way over to the right. Coming into that wrap leg, spinal twist on the other side. A lot of times we might hear the cue to look out over beyond that left arm. Sometimes that feels good, but you could also explore actually doing the opposite. So you face the same direction that your knees are going in. Or to do the place right in between where your face just points straight up to the ceiling and your neck is in neutral. So we know that the body's constantly changing. We know that within the span of just several seconds, 50,000 cells in your body die off. Then 50,000 new cells are created. And how the body's constantly regenerating and renewing itself in a constant dance. And so by being present, we can really be in alignment with that dance. We can attune in to what's happening right here, right now. We can be present and attentive to that sensation. And then make those adjustments accordingly. We'll bring the knees all the way back up to neutral. Unwrap the legs. Grab the shins. Pull the knees in. Gently rock all the way up to seated. Then we'll come into butterfly pose. So the bottoms of the feet together, toes forward, heels in. Grab the feet. Then on an inhale, lift your chest up. Create a little length. Then on the exhale, fold over and down to your own degree. Stretching into the inner legs. Stretching into the groin. Couple more breaths there. Go ahead and ease your torso back up, and we'll transition from butterfly into the half butterfly. So take your left leg, extend your left leg straight out in front of you, and just take the sole of your right foot and bring it high up to your inner left eye, just letting that right knee open to the right. And then when you're ready, reach both arms all the way up. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, fold all the way over and down. Half butterfly out over that left leg. And we hear that common theme throughout our yin yoga practice, and often through meditation as well, that theme of presence. And I think about a couple of weeks ago when I was going on a hike with my son Bodhi, and there we were hiking along the trail, and it was a beautiful day. The sun was out, the sky was blue. There weren't a lot of people out there, so it was peaceful and quiet. And as we came around the bend of one of the mountains and we saw this incredible vista of the rolling mountains and hills, he kept talking about all the things he was excited about that were going to happen later in the day. He was excited about this class that he was going to go to and do some pottery. He was excited about going to the park with his friend. And I said to Bodhi, I said, I'm glad you're excited about all these things, but there's also something to be said about being present to where we are right now and just enjoying this moment, this experience right here, right now. And he nodded his head in agreement. He was quiet for a little bit, and I could see he was taking it in. And then 5 seconds later, he got really excited, and he said, Dad, I think I know what I want for my birthday. It's like, Bodhi, Didn't you just hear what I was saying about being present? You're thinking about 6 months down the road and what you want for your birthday. So it's endearing, but I couldn't help but just think, you know, how easy it is for our mind to not be present to what's happening and to be thinking about things down the road, like what we want for our birthday. From here, go ahead and come all the way back up. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Extend your right leg straight out in front of you. Bring your left foot high up to your inner right thigh. Can't blame a 7-year-old for not being present, right? Both arms all the way up on the inhale, lift. And then fold all the way over and down. But the beautiful thing as well about Bodhi is that he does meditate. He's 7 years old, so we'll meditate for 7 minutes. And I know that seed is being planted. And whether it's 1 minute, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, or even just a few moments, if we're fully present, fully invested, it can be so powerful as a way of allowing us to transcend the worries of the future and the resentments of the past. Because there's no more powerful place that you could ever be than in the present moment. From here, ease your way all the way back up. Swing your legs off around to the side, tabletop, all fours. Slide your knees back behind the hips, modified plank. Take an inhale there, and then exhale, lower down onto your belly. And then now we'll come into a Sphinx pose. Slide your elbows forward, underneath your shoulders. Extend back through your toes. Gently press down into your elbows and your forearms. Allow your heart to elevate up. And then allow your chin to slightly draw down and in. Almost like a gesture of humility. And also reflective of the power of going inward. Anything that we do that's yang in nature is very external and outward and active. And this practice of yin is about exploring shade, stillness, receptivity, and the dimensions that exist within. You feel like you'd like a deeper backward bend, always like to offer seal pose as a variation. So you can slide your hands forward, open your hands slightly out, press into the palms, Draw the arms towards straight, almost like a soft version of an upward dog. And for some people that feels great. Other people it feels not that comfortable. But whether you're in Sphinx or the seal pose, this is the perfect antidote to everything that we do when we're working on our computer, driving a car, eating a meal, sending a text message. You're moving your spine from a forward bend into a backward bend. So a very, very healthy position for the spine, which is why we wanted to make sure that we included it within this short and sweet yin sequence. A few more breaths. Take one last inhale there. And exhale, release the elbows down, release the chest down, slide the hands back by the ribs, press yourself up to table. All fours position. The tabletop pose will come into deer pose. So right leg comes forward, back left knee bends, right shin flush, right with the top of the mat, left shin flush with the left side of your mat, chest faces forward towards the top of your mat. Then as you're ready, just begin to fold over and down, over top that front right leg. Coming back into your hip without any strain at all in your left knee or left leg. Feel free to put a block if you like underneath your forehead. Support the weight of your head. Continue to send that signal from your brain throughout every cell in your body to let go and to let be. Because each and every cell in your body, it has an antenna called an IMF protein, an integrin. And that antenna's job is to pick up the signal that your brain is broadcasting like a radio tower. So if your brain is broadcasting signals of stress and anxiety and worry, then that's what your cells are going to key off of. But if your brain is broadcasting calmness, serenity, peace, and that's what your cells are going to calibrate to. So never underestimate the power of your brain. And you can even use that affirmation internally, let go, let be. Especially any time that you find yourself fighting the experience or wishing that it was other than what it is. Let go, let be. A few more breaths there. Beautiful, you guys. Slowly begin to ease your way out. Come back up onto your hands. Prop yourself back up. Same thing on the other side. So just swing your left leg around forward. Swing your right leg off to the side. Set yourself up for deer pose. Left shin forward, right knee to the right. When you're ready, just let everything begin to drape out over that front left leg. The great Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh says, the miracle is not to walk on water. The miracle is to walk on the green earth, dwelling deeply in the present moment and feeling truly alive. Can you feel the aliveness right now? The aliveness within the stillness. Very often when we contemplate stillness, we look at it as a very passive, sometimes mundane, dull, boring kind of a thing. But when your mind becomes really, really quiet and still, your breath starts to sound like a windstorm. And when your mind becomes really quiet and still, you can start to feel that pulsating field of energy that the Taoists call qi throughout your whole entire body. And so stillness is really the opposite of dullness. It's the doorway into an incredibly powerful, powerful place. Let go, let be. Let go, let be. Last couple breaths. Easily begin to transition up and out. Slide your right leg back around forward to the top of your mat. We'll come onto our back to a final resting position. Corpse pose, straightening your legs, letting your arms open. Taking the last couple minutes. Last couple minutes. Shavasana. Everybody, we're going to officially say that Yin Short and Sweet is now done. But if you feel like you'd like to stay here longer, please feel free to indulge. Stay as long as you like. But that's it for this one. Be flexible and supple in your body. Be strong and calm in your mind. And may the Tao be with you.